What's up, guys? Welcome today to my channel. Before we get kicked off today, if you guys really please could subscribe to the channel, like the video, follow the link to my Twitter, follow that. I'm trying to get this channel as big as possible this off season, and any love is much appreciated. Today, we're going to be talking about some trades to make in your Dynasty League right now. Now, some of these could be considered sells, some could be considered buys, but these are just 4 players that I'm attacking, and some trade ideas I think could maybe get the deal done or would be a good place to start working on a deal. I'm going to use the KTC trade calc. It's not perfect, but I do think it's a good general gauge of kind of how the public feels about some players, as it is crowdsourced. So it's not a Bible to go off, but I do think it is a good starting point. So the first player today we're going to talk about is going to be Rashee Rice, and a possible trade on how to go attack and get Rashee Rice this offseason. When it comes to Rice, I just think I really liked his run after the catch ability for the Chiefs this season. Obviously, Kelsey's looked amazing this postseason after kind of a down year by Kelsey standards. Maybe he comes back, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he proposes to Taylor Swift like you can bet on for the Super Bowl. But I just don't really feel that Rice is going anywhere. He's obviously tied to Mahomes and Andy Reid, so that is a very safe asset. Or even if for some reason Andy Reid retires, Patty Mahomes is still going to be there. So what's a trade idea to go get Rashee Rice? I really love moving running backs in the offseason, as their values and shelf life is just lower and can really fluctuate more. So how about moving James Cook paired with a mid-third to go get Rashee Rice? I think this is just a really good way to make your assets stronger for your dynasty team this offseason. Both of these guys were basically early rookie second-round picks in their respective rookie classes. But I think at this point, Cook is valued less than Rice, but maybe the third on top of Cook is enough to go get Rashee Rice. I probably would go up to a late second as well to get this deal done. I don't think I would be trading an early second, as I really like some of the wide receivers around there as well. But I think that's a good general idea that could maybe get you Rashee Rice. Next, let's talk about a veteran or mid-career wide receiver who I think could have a very valuable season this year, and that's going to be Terry McLaurin. New coach, new offensive coordinator, potentially and most likely a top rookie quarterback going to that team. So I just think his career or just his next couple seasons could have a more elite talent throwing him the ball. So I think Terry McLaurin is someone that, if you're looking to maybe move a running back and turn them into a wide receiver this offseason, could give you a good 3-4 years left of his career, very solid, and be a top 24, 30 wide receiver that is a startable asset every week for your team. How about we move David Montgomery and get Terry McLaurin straight up? This is a pretty fair deal, right? This is just turning one position into another. I think Montgomery probably has another year, maybe year and a half to 2 of valuable time left. But I just see Gibbs becoming more and more involved in that offense. So I just find it hard to believe that this year's David Montgomery may not be the best version of him. And I think this was a down year for Terry McLaurin. So I think this is just a deal that could potentially get done. Another deal I think I would like to make using David Montgomery and another running back this offseason is go get Tank Dell. I spoke about Tank Dell in another video. I think Dell is weirdly underrated. I think as Nico kind of shot up the ranks, people have overcorrected by moving Tank Dell down, where in actuality, I think they should be right next to each other. And I actually have Tank Dell above Nico Collins. I just think in that game stretch where they were both healthy and Nico kind of settled into the offense, Nico was kind of outshined by Tank Dell. Even though he's still getting a bunch of targets, I just think Tank Dell is a more explosive player. So how about using David Montgomery again and Brian Robinson to go get Tank Dell? 2 RB2s to get an elite wide receiver who's young and tied to CJ Stroud. I think this would be the kind of trade that you get this done in 2, 3, 4 years from now. You're looking at Tank Dell on your team and you are like, that was the best trade I ever made for my dynasty team. Like, there really are no other things like getting that elite wide receiver right before they fully break out and getting them on your roster. So last guy is probably going to be the cheapest guy on this list. Someone who had a pretty down season, and it's going to be another Washington wide receiver. How about Jahan Dotson? a former first-round pick for the Commanders. Same idea as McLaurin. I just find that I think a new coaching staff paired with an elite rookie quarterback going there could really lend for Dotson's career to kind of take a step up. Now, rookie QBs generally don't super like highly produce elite wide receivers in their first year, but we did see that with CJ Stroud. So I think the times have been changing a little bit. Jordan Love had some elite producers in his first year starting. He wasn't a rookie. But how about we go use 2 third-round picks to get Jahan Dotson? Now, I like the third round of this class, mid-third and 3-2, but I think just the draft capital of Jahan Dotson, you know, he starts out hot and immediately this trade looks amazing for you. Or he kind of settles back into what we thought he could have been. And I just think he's going to be a more valuable asset to you than 2 third-round picks, which is much hype and excitement as comes with drafting in the third round. Really, there is no certainty on hitting on thing. And in general, the analytics do not lend to your favor of hitting on players in the third round of a dynasty draft. So I think those are 4 trades that I would be looking to make right now. Selling some of those guys, buying some of those guys. If you have any other ideas, drop them down in the comments below. I'd love to see kind of what y'all's minds are thinking about. And if you didn't already, please subscribe to the channel. Got to get up there in those numbers. So I appreciate it, guys, and have a good day.